Boomer Sooner, everybody. My name's Harry James. This is the OU men's version of the preview show. Coach Kruger's crew has 2 games this week. One will be played against Iowa State. And the second game for the preview set will be played in Austin in the Frank Irwin Center against the Big Bad Horns of Texas. All right, guys. Previews coming up NEXT next. Don't go away or move a muscle. We'll be right back. Oklahoma Sooners. After getting on the right track and winning 2 straight, now the Sooners plan to win a couple more straight. But this time they'll have to do it against a couple of NCAA teams from last year. That includes a Iowa State program. The game will be played in Norman, however, but they did go 23-12 and 8-10 Big 12 or 10-8 in Big 12 play last week. They lost in the NCAA tournament's Sweet 16 round to Virginia, 84-71. Their head coach is Steve Parome, a 1997 grad from the University of Alabama. He's had a couple of stints in the coaching realms before taking the next step into Iowa State. It includes a stint of 1 year, 2012, at McMurray State. Angelo State accepted him on from 2013 to 2014. 2015, he was at ULAR, Arkansas Little Rock, and then now is at Iowa State from 2016 to present. Of course, he's replacing a guy that is now with the Bulls and the mayor, Fred Hoiberg. Of course, in Prome's second season, with a couple of leading scorers, you know who these guys are more than likely. But just in case you don't, here are the double-digit scores to look out for. Number 11, Monte Morris. He's the point guard. And as is number 21, Matt Thomas, pretty good. We'll start with the man that rows the boat in Ames, that leads the tornado sirens, and that would be number 11, Monte Morris, the senior. Averages last year 13.8 points per ball game, 3.9 rebounds per ball game, and assists per ball game were at 6.9. Number 21, Matt Thomas for Iowa State. Not too bad in his own right. Averaged 11 points per ball game, 4.2 rebounds per ball game, and a .7 assists per ball game last year for Iowa State in assists. The next team we're going to preview, Texas. The game will be played in the Frank Irwin Center in Austin, the state capital of Texas. A Texas team that last year beat OU, which helped with their resume. And at the end, they finished with a 20-13 record, 11-7 in Big 12 play. Of course, the game they lost that classic game that I was at for the NCAA tournament against Northern Iowa in the first round in Oklahoma City. Their head coach is Shoko Smart. Shaka has been at one other place in his career. He was at Virginia Commonwealth from 2009 to 2014 and is now leading the Horn at Texas. No pun intended. Helping him raise the Horns higher and higher. Number 12, Kerwin Roach Jr. and number 10, Eric Davis. Now, neither one of these guys score in double figures from last year, but they're both really young. We'll start with the returner, number 12, Kerwin Roach Jr. The Roach averages 7.5 points per ball game, 7.5, 2.9 rebounds per ball game, and a 1.2 assists per ball game for the Big Bad Horns of Texas. While number 10, Eric Davis Jr. Both juniors, by the way. Junior in their names. Well, this junior averages 7.4 points per ball game, 2.4 assists per ball game, and 0.6 assists per game for the Horn of Texas. And, of course, the savvy veteran of Lon Kruger leads the helm for our beloved Oklahoma Sooners, 29-8 last year, 12-6 in Big 12 play, lost to Villanova, 95-51 in the Final Four game, semifinal for the NCAA tournament. Their head coach is Lon Kruger, a 1974 grad from Kansas State. He's been in plenty of coaching carousels to lead this young team. They do include an 82-85 stint at Texas Pan American, an 86-89 stint at his alma mater, Kansas State, 90-95. He was at one of next weekend's non-conference opponents, Florida, from 90 to 95, 96 to 99. He was at the University of Illinois. Took a couple stints off to the NBA, including the Atlanta Hawks, was an assistant there. Returned to what he knows best, the college game. Returned to it in 2004 to coach UNLV. Was there till 2010. And then in 2011, of course, Joe Castiglione called and offered him the head job at OU. Scoring leaders for the Oklahoma returners. Not a lot of returners with most of the teams, Spangler and then Cousins and Hill leaving. There were two other players on that Final Four team. One of them, number 10, Jordan Woodard. And the other, number 12, Kadeen Latin. These are both scoring leaders on this team from last year, returning. We'll start with the Oklahoma native of the Wood, Jordan Woodard, number 10. He averaged 13.00 points per ball game last year, while averaging 3.00 rebounds per ball game and 3.6 assists per ball game for Oklahoma. And finally, Kadeen Latin did his part for the Sooners, getting them to the Final Four last year. Number 12, Kadeen Latin averaged 5.5 points per ball game, 5.3 rebounds per ball game, and 0.6 assists per ball game last year for the Oklahoma Sooners. All right, guys, should be fun with Florida with Texas, or Iowa State, Texas on this week's, and next week's preview show should be just as entertaining. A top team in Florida coming in, and then the big bad rivals of Oklahoma State. But this preview between Iowa State and Texas is over. Once again, Iowa State is 23-12, 10-8 in Big 12 play, while Texas was 20-13 and 11-7 in Big 12 play. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Find me on Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or tweet me at Sooner_fan_OK. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and Boomer Sooner.